This is Yorkton's number one.
Yorkton's going home disappointed. The Terriers hanging on for a 7-6 victory.
And Terrier fans getting a chance to see the new uniforms this year, kind of the Medicine Hat Tiger look as well. New head coach Drew Famulak, and liking what they see early. 4 minutes into the game, the Terriers get on the board on the power play. All kinds of traffic in front of Americans goaltender Nick Dyer. Tony Toth with the blast, 1-0 Terriers. 30 seconds later, the Terriers would add another. The nice pass by Slukinski to Boris. He puts it home, and the Terriers out in front by 2. Half a minute later, the Terriers add another. Dyer way out of the net. Heads up play by number 20. Warren Norris leaves it for Sheldon Bilsma. He finds the twine. The Terriers out to a good start. 3-0 by the 14-minute mark of the first period. Terriers get into penalty trouble halfway through the first. Americans capitalize. Bruce Matitol, a couple whacks at it. No one to clear the rebound, and Minot's on the board, trailing 3-1. Onto the second period, 2 minutes in. Tom Fiddler gets the Americans within 1, pouncing on the rebound to put it past Dutil, and it's 3-2. And then the Americans tie it up on the power play. Derek Crimmin, the pass out to Captain Mark Hillick. A one-time rocket blast, and the game's all knotted up at 3 apiece. Terriers regain the lead. Danny Galarno, the nice deke, and buries it. 4-3 Terriers. And then the Terriers regain the 2-goal lead. Tony Toth with his second of the game, shelving it. Terriers up by 2, 5-3 after 2 periods. Minot starting strong in the third. 34 seconds in, Bruce Matitol the shot. No one to clear the rebound. Lyle Ermitroud pounces on it, throwing it upstairs. Americans close the gap to 1, 5-4. Each team trading goals. Terriers leading 6-5. Minot ties it up with 4 minutes left. Harmless looking shot by Lyle Ermitroud. Dutil gets a piece of it, but not all of it, and the game's all tied up at 6 apiece. 20 seconds later, the Terriers get the winner. Jamie Dunn on the doorstep. He nails it home. Terriers go on to win it tonight, 7-6.
Important game to get under your belt. Your home game, you finally got that out of the way, but more importantly, you got the win.
Exactly. It was a key game for us. First win of the year, and I think our guys, they were pressing so hard out there just to get that first win under their belt. And I can tell you there's 20 guys in that locker room right now that are happy and relieved that we got that first one under our belt.
Relieved for yourself as well?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I knew our guys could do it. We knew the offense was going to be there this year, and it's just a matter of working on our defensive game right now. You know, we gave up 6 goals. It was like a shootout down the stretch, and we just couldn't seem to bury Minot. They got a good club, and their power play really clicked tonight. I think out of their 6 goals, they had 4 power play goals. And I don't think it was a matter of us not killing penalties properly. It was just that they've got some, some personnel on their team that can really put the puck in the net.
You guys jumped out to an early 3-0 lead and then started trading goals. Is that something you maybe want to key on with the guys in the next couple of days?
Definitely. My goal tonight for tonight's game, Craig, was to come out of the chute quick. We haven't done that in the past 2 games, and we did that tonight. And then we just kind of fell asleep. We played maybe to the tempo of Minot as to compare to the tempo that we should play at. The first 10 minutes, I thought we were on our game and we were clicking. We lulled a little bit at the end of the first and part of the second, but we clicked again, in the third period to win the game.
So the Terriers win their first game of the year, 7-6 win over Minot. The next home game for the Terriers will be this Saturday when they take on last year's champs, the Melfort Mustangs. For Terriers Tonight from the Parkland Agriplex, I'm Craig Adam.
The measure of greatness is making every
Americans looking for their first win of the year, and they're still looking. It was close, though. The Yorkton Terriers edging out a 2-1 victory. Just 1 goal scored in the first period. Bad giveaway by Chad Crumley to Blair Wagger. He gives it to Stacy Prevost. The shorthanded goal by the Terriers, and they led 1-0. Second period action, still 1-0 Terriers. Bruce Matitol, the shot. Nice save by Christian Dutil to preserve the 1-0 Terrier lead. And again, Dutil getting a bit of help, not from his defense, though. Nice save, but from the goalpost right there. Smothers up the puck, and it's still 1-0 Terriers. But he can't stop them all. 5 minutes left in the middle frame. Minot gets on the score sheet, number 19, and Derek Crimmin on the doorstep. The rebound, a power play goal, and we're all tied up at 1-1. No more scoring till 5:39 left in the third. Tim Slukinski on the power play, looking for somebody to pass to. Can't find anybody, so he walks out, and he just beats Nick Dyer. A power play goal, and the Terriers go up 2-1. The Americans press at the end with the extra attacker, but couldn't get the equalizer. The Terriers go on to win 2-1. With me is Christian Dutil, winning goaltender tonight. A little tougher game than you guys expected. Last time you guys beat Minot 9-0.
Yeah, I think on the beginning,
Minot goalie played really well against us. The guys try to shoot the more often they could, but didn't work in the first part of the game. And I guess at the end, we were a little bit tired. The guys were a little bit tired, and that's why I had to show up a little bit.
Yeah, like you said, you showed up. You made some key stops in the first, second, and third periods to keep the guys in. And is that something you try to key on yourself, is to keep the guys in the game?
Yeah, I was pretty happy about tonight because since I've been I've been playing since the beginning of the year, and you know, in the last period I had trouble with that. A lot of time we were tied or one goal behind or one goal ahead, and I had trouble in the last period to keep the guys really in it. So I'm pretty happy about tonight.
So the Yorkton Terriers squeak out a 2-1 victory tonight over the Minot Americans. The Terriers' next home action will be next Tuesday when they take on the Estevan Bruins. For Terriers Tonight from the Parkland Agriplex, I'm Craig Adam.
Holly's is Yorkton's #1 night spot, bringing you live entertainment weekly. October 26th.
2 goals in the third period to salt things away in a 3-0 victory.
Melville goaltender Clint Hogue, the SJHL's player of the week, and he looks good early in the first period. Great glove save to rob Jeremy Matthews. And Hogue back to stone Tim Slakinski later in the first. Once again, good left hand as the two teams battle through a scoreless first period. Second period now, and Hogue gets fooled. He thinks he has the puck smothered, but he doesn't. Blair Weiger puts it in, and the Terriers lead 1-0. A few minutes later, and the Millionaires with a great chance to tie it. Look at the nice save, though, by Christian Dutil. On to the third. The Mills run into penalty problems, and they get burned. 2 Yorkton power play goals in a span of just 40 seconds. The first from the point by Lyle Vaughn, the second by Jamie Dunn, and that was it. Dutil and the Terriers with a 3-0 victory.
Drew, your first win as a coach against the team you used to play for. Does it mean anything more? Is it just 2 points?
Well, right now we're battling for top spot, and it was a big win. There's no doubt about it. I told my guys in the locker room that after the game, I don't smile a whole lot, but I was pretty happy tonight after that win.
3-0 hockey game, that usually means good goaltending, and it was good goaltending tonight. How about a few comments on your guy, Christian Dutil?
Well, Christian's played every minute that we've had so far this year, and he just seems to be getting better and better. He played outstanding tonight. He must have had about 40 shots on net, and he rose to the challenge.
I just bumped into your #1 man from a season ago, Scott Bellefontaine, your #1 goaltender from last season. He is back in town now. Does that mean he is back with the hockey team?
He's kind of in limbo right now. He just got back from Tacoma, and he's not sure what's going to happen. But right now, Scott's with us, and we'll just go take it day by day.
5 games now without a loss. You have 4 wins and a tie in your last 5 games. Are the boys playing as well as you would hope they would be at this stage of the season?
Well, like I've always said, it's just a period of adjustment, and we're doing the little things right now. You know, we're banking the puck off the wall. We're just playing simple hockey, and that's all I teach them. You know, they're not doing anything fancy. We don't do much out there that you wouldn't see with an ordinary team that wins. So the boys are just executing the game plan that I've set up for them.
Blair, 3-0 win over the Melville Millionaires tonight. Does it mean a little more when you beat your Highway 10 rivals?
Oh, of course it does. You know, it's always really intense and real defensive hockey, you know, 3-0. You know, they don't usually get too high-scoring games, and it's always hard-hitting and really intense.
Team got off to a bit of a slow start this year, but that's nothing new for the Yorkton Terriers. It seems to have been that way for the past couple of seasons. You're on a 5-game unbeaten streak right now, though, with 4 wins and a tie. Do you think you've got it all together, at least all together for this stage of the season?
I think we're doing pretty good for this stage in the season. You know, last year I think we went 7 games down, and you know, this year we caught it. I think we went 2 down, then we tied 1, and it's picking up. You know, the practices are going well. You know, our lines are coming together, and the power play and penalty kill are doing well too.
You know, a lot of times the team will play 50-55 minutes during the hockey game and still lose. Do you feel you played a full 60 minutes tonight?
Yeah, I think our last 3 games we played full 60-minute games. Like prior to that against Melfort and those teams, we give up for about 5-10 minutes, and it seemed like they got 3 goals on us. But these last 3 games, we've been playing 60 minutes of hockey, sometimes 65.
Okay, get a day off Saturday. I suppose you'll be watching the Blue Jays in Atlanta. You head back to Melville for a rematch on Sunday. What sort of game do you expect then?
Probably much the same. Melville always plays a lot tougher in their own barn, it seems like, and of course it seems like it plays tougher against us too, but we'll hopefully be ready for them. I think we will be ready for them, and I'm sure they'll be ready for us too.
Once again, tonight's final, the Yorkton Terriers 3, the Melville Millionaires nothing. The same two teams go right back at it this Sunday in Melville. The Terriers' next home game this coming Tuesday against Weyburn. For the Terriers tonight, from the Parkland Agriplex, I'm Jay Boyd.
4-3 overtime decision to the Weyburn Red Wings.
Tristan Dutil getting the start again for the Terriers, and he's busy early. The Red Wings jump out to an early 2-0 lead, but the Terriers come out strong, 1:37 into the second. Good work by Stacy Prevost to get it over to Danny Gallardo. He tees it up, beating Mike Savard. Glove side, the Wings lead is clipped 2-1. The Red Wings have a chance to go up by 2 again, short-handed, but Dutil with the big save on Cam Cook, and the lead for the Red Wings is still 2-1. Terriers tied up halfway point of the game. Danny Gallardo again with his second of the game. The quick shot from the left side, and we're all knotted at 2-2. Terriers take the lead, 1:15 left to go in the second. On the power play off the face-off, Tim Slakinski in front of the net. Digs it out of a big mess, bangs it home into the open net. The Terriers lead 3-2, heading into the third period. The Red Wings tied up, though, 6 minutes into the final frame. Nifty passing between Jason Cesano and Jeff Dorado. Dutil gets a piece of it, but not all of it. Dorado's second of the game, and we're all tied up at 3-3. On to overtime. The Weyburn Red Wings get the winner. Nobody picks up number 12, Clint Wensley. He goes to the backhand and beats Christian Dutil. And the Weyburn Red Wings go on to beat the Yorkton Terriers 4-3 in overtime.
Danny, 2 goals tonight, but you'd probably rather have the 2 points. Tough loss.
Yeah, it is. It's hurting. Well, the first period we didn't play very good, but the second and third we came back. But we need to play like 60 minutes, and when we go in overtime, same thing, we need to play 65 minutes. We can't let down one shift. This league, it's too hard. One shift down, and it can be the game like tonight.
How important are these games against Southern teams because you guys are so close? Weyburn, Estevan, Notre Dame, and yourselves, you guys are all close. So how important are these games?
Oh, it's really important. Every game, it's 4-point games, and we can. That's what I said. We can't let down one shift against those teams. And it doesn't matter again who play on this league. Every team is hard to play, and we have to show up every game, every night, and every shift. So that's a part of that's the league here, and that's the way it works. So
you guys quite disappointed about the loss tonight, losing in overtime?
Yeah, it is. It's always disappointing when you lost a game, but we'll come back hard, and we have a character. We came back, and when it was 2-0, we let the game 3-2 for us. I do have a lot of character. I think we just need to show up like every shift.
So the Terriers drop a 4-3 overtime decision to the Weyburn Red Wings. Their home record drops to 4-2. Next home action for the Terriers will be November the 4th when they host the Notre Dame Hounds. For Terriers Tonight from the Parkland Agriplex, I'm Craig Adam.
Heading into the second period, and it's still 1-0 with 6 minutes left in the second, thanks to some good saves by Christian Dutil here, robbing Timmy Lofsgaard. But the Hounds do get on the board in the second here. Daryl Sangster, the shot. Dutil thinks he has it, but he doesn't. Brett Colburn takes a whack at it. Finally, the defenseman number 2, Todd Barth, comes in to pick up the loose change, and we're all tied up at 1-1 heading into the third period. 3.5 minutes into the final frame, the Terriers take the 1-goal lead again. Danny Gallardo, the little dish to Tim Slakinski, just heading over the goal line, and the Terriers led 2-1. The Terriers make it 3-1 here. Nigel Warenka, the good work on the Hounds defenseman, and shelves it over Bracco's head. The shorthanded goal makes it 3-1 for the Terriers, and they go on to win by that score.
Drew, a close game tonight, but you probably wouldn't know it with the chippiness and the amount of penalties that were handed out tonight.
Yeah, there was a lot of specialty teams tonight, and a lot of my guys didn't get into the flow of the game like I wanted them to. Our power play struggled a little bit tonight, but our penalty killing was outstanding, and that was the difference in the game.
Nigel Warenka with the shorthanded goal, that's got to be a positive step on that type of specialty team.
Right, Nigel, he's playing well these days. You know, he plays a great role for me. You know, he fills in where I need him, and he ends up playing almost a regular shift by the end of the game, and that's exactly what I want from Nigel down the stretch.
Kind of uncharacteristically, Notre Dame out hitting, little chippy at times, and that's really not what we're used to seeing from Notre Dame.
No, they were chippy tonight, and you can see in the last 10 minutes of our game, I thought our boys physically dominated the game, and really I don't think the lead was in much jeopardy with the last 4 or 5 minutes of the game.
Christian again in the nets tonight. Are we going to get used to seeing him perhaps going the whole year in nets? Well, obviously he can't, but...
Well, it's pretty tough to take him out of the net right now. I mean, he just keeps coming back, and you know, some people say, well, can he play every game? And I think that he works hard. He just loves to see lots of shots. I mean, in practice, he stays after and he wants extra shots, and I've got no problem with that. And I can't take him out of the net right now. He's just playing too well.
So the Terriers improved to 8-7-2, beating the Hounds tonight 3-1. Next home action for the Terriers is this Friday when they host the Weyburn Red Wings. For Terriers Tonight from the Parkland Agriplex, I'm Craig Adam.